Give your full attention to this update you are about to hear because you are going to learn something valuable from it. You can use headphones for best experience, so without wasting much of time, let's go. These three young girls on the screen could have lost their lives if not for the mercy of God upon their lives. They could have been murdered at the night in Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard is one of the most famous streets in the world. It's known for bright lights, music, and tourists with cameras. But one early Monday morning, that same street became the scene of a violent and shocking attack. And the most disturbing part wasn't just what happened, it was how everyone around reacted. This is the story of three transgender women: Eden the Doll, Jasleen Whiterose, and Jocelyn Flawless. What started as a normal night out turned into a terrifying experience that was caught on camera for the world to see. It was late at night when the three friends stood on Hollywood Boulevard waiting for their Uber. They were laughing, talking, and recording videos like they usually did. Everything seemed fine until a group of men approached them. At first, the men seemed curious, maybe even friendly. But within seconds, the situation changed. One of the men suddenly grabbed Eden's phone and ran. Eden and her friends tried to chase him down to get it back. But instead of returning the phone, the group turned on them. The men started mocking them, calling them names, and making fun of the way they looked. They compared them to characters from the movie White Chicks and shouted transphobic insults. It quickly became clear this wasn't about a phone anymore. It was a targeted attack. The men threw things at them, including an electric scooter. One man pulled out a knife and waved it in their direction. The three women tried to run, but the men chased after them. Some even followed in cars, laughing and yelling as they did. In one of the videos, you can see Jasleen being hit in the head. Eden later said that the blow knocked her unconscious. In the attacker's own footage, you can hear one of them say, "She's dead," and another shouting, "Hit her again." Eden and Jocelyn begged people on the street for help. They asked someone to call 911, but nobody did. Instead, some people just stood there recording with their phones. A few even laughed. It's hard to imagine three women being beaten in public on one of the busiest streets in Los Angeles while the crowd just watches. But that's exactly what happened that night. When the police arrived later, the attackers were already gone. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, the attack started around 2:15 a.m. They said one suspect first approached the women pretending to offer to buy the merchandise. He left and came back minutes later holding a metal bar. He demanded one of the women hand her shoes and bracelet. She gave them to him, fearing for her safety. The suspect then grabbed her by the hand and tried to lead her away before she managed to break free. That's when the larger group attacked. During the fight, Jasleen was struck on the head, and all three women were robbed and beaten. At that point, the suspects disappeared into the night. No arrests were made immediately, but police said they were looking for several men involved. Eden later shared the full footage on her Instagram account. She posted it not just to tell her side of the story, but to show what really happened and how no one helped. Her caption was short but powerful. It said, "We begged for help and no one did." The post quickly spread online. People across the country reacted with shock and anger. Celebrities, activists, and members of the LGBTQI community demanded justice. Many called it a hate crime and a painful reminder of how unsafe it can still be to live openly as a trans person. For Eden, Jasleen, and Jocelyn, the attack left both physical and emotional scars. They were hurt, but what broke them most was how the crowd stayed silent. In one of her interviews afterwards, she said she couldn't believe how many people saw everything and still chose to do nothing. The videos from that night continue to circulate as evidence, not just of the crime, but of the failure of those who witnessed it. It's a moment that revealed something dark about human behavior. How easy it is for people to watch and record instead of helping. The story of what happened on Hollywood Boulevard isn't just about hate, it's also about indifference. 3 women were attacked because of who they are, and the crowd let it happen. Since then, the victims have continued speaking out, using their platforms to raise awareness and push for change. They've said they don't want pity, they want accountability. They want people to care enough to act when they see someone in danger. That night showed the world a harsh truth. Sometimes the biggest danger doesn't come from the people who attack. It comes from everyone who stands by and does nothing. This was The Night Hollywood Turned Its Back, a story that reminds us all that silence too can be deadly. That's it for today's update. If you found value in this video, please like the video and most importantly, subscribe so you won't miss the next updates. Until next time, this is Updates Home. Stay safe. Please wait, a video you haven't watched will appear on the screen in some few seconds. When the video appears, please click on it and watch it, because you are going to learn something valuable from it too.